Hello everyone. Welcome to Programming Perception. I'm Amit Kumar and this is the 12th episode of Queries and Demands. In today's episode, we are going to discuss how to implement variable description table in a program. Of course, it is related to your board exam. So all of you are knowing that in our board examination, we have to note down the variable description table in the program. Now, what we actually note down in the table and how we are going to create that table is something we are going to discuss today. So for that, we should have some programs. So I'm working on question number 7 and question number 8 that were part of our video series, and we have discussed about these programs. If you haven't seen that video, you can see it right now by clicking on the top right corner. So let's see these programs and let's see how to create variable description table for them. So to make that variable description table, I have created a Word file, and we can see that Word file and this program side by side. Now let me show you how we create this variable description table. Now there will be a table with 3 columns. Variable name, data type, and the last one is description. Now in the variable name, we will mention about the various variables that we have used in the program. So I'm noting them down. So variable name is sum, and next is I, and any other variable over there. See, I and j, they are used more than once. So it's up to you. If there are more than one variables that are doing the same thing, so you can mention them together, or if you want, you can mention them separately. The next variable is k, and the next one is choice, and that's it, I think. Okay, one more is there, n. So let's create choice, and let's create one n as well. So you can clearly see I have named all the variables that I have used in the program, and I have used the same case as in the program itself. Now we need to mention the data type, and clearly you can see except sum, all are integers. So sum is double. So this one is double, and rest all are integer. So let me copy this and paste it here. Okay, so we have given the variable name, we have given the data type. Now it's time to provide the description. Now sum is to store sum of digits, or it is something given in the question, I think. It's actually a series whose sum we are going to print. So store sum of series. Now if we talk about I and j, they both are loop counters. So that's why I said that we can create a single description for both of them if you want, if both the variables are doing the same thing. If we talk about k, it is to store, I think, or to count something. Let's see. Okay, it is to print in the series. So value of the series to print. So there is a series in which we are printing. So this variable is to denote that one. And there are 2 more variables like choice. So choice according to, or it should be user's choice. So store user's choice from menu. And the last one is, I think, n. And what is n for? So this is to accept the number of lines. So to accept the number of lines. And here you go. So this is how we create a variable description table. We generally have 3 columns in it, as you can see over here. The first column is variable name, second column is data type, and the third column is description. And we note down all the variables from the program, we note down their data types, and right away we mention the descriptions about them. Now students generally ask one question to me, that there is a question in your board examination related to class designing, and everything related to variable is already mentioned in the question. So do we need to create a variable description table in that question also? So yes, of course, you have to create the variable description table in all the programs that you have done in your examination. Now this is question 8. So let's move on to question 8 and let's see what are the various variables. So one variable is there as ARR, another one as sum. So sum. Now next one is I and j. So I'm mentioning together over here, I and j. Fine. And the next one is, okay, that's it. No more variables. Now we can delete these rows from here. Okay, so now these are the variables. We have to change the data type. All of them are integer over here. Okay, I and j are loop counters, so that description will not change. Sum is to store the sum of the elements of the array. So sum of the elements of the array. You can mention to store as well. So to store sum of the elements of the array, and ARR, the array itself. So store the array, and if it is related to matrix, store the matrix. So that's how we create a variable description table for our program. So once you have written your program over there, then after you should create this table with 3 columns, and that's how you mention the details over there. So that's it for this episode. Hope to meet you in the next episode. Till then, thank you and happy programming.